The book I'm working on now is called Befriending China, People to People Peacemaking. And it's based on three recent visits to China that I took in the last 15 months. First, going to Xinjiang, where I wrote a piece called Eyewitness Xinjiang, looking determined to see with my own eyes what was happening there because, Trump's Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, said that there was genocide going on there. I didn't believe it, but I had to see for myself. And so I went there, stopping first in Taiwan, which I think was a good idea. The official U.S. narrative is strange. Officially, the United States recognizes that Taiwan is a part of China, but it actively involved in building up the possibility of Taiwanese independence and arming Taiwan to the teeth. So I wanted to see and feel how Taiwanese people are. And really, they're just Chinese, just exactly as the official State Department position says they are. And I visited Shanghai and Beijing, which are incredibly dynamic cities that are the major beneficiaries of 4 decades of reform and opening up, so that the subway systems there are stunningly beautiful, better than any subways anywhere else in the world. The bullet trains that I rode from Shanghai to Beijing, they go at 200 miles an hour or more, and are very comfortable, and they're full because the prices are low. I flew with my wife from Beijing to Urumqi, which is the capital of Xinjiang, and was very impressed. It's a dynamic city of about 4 million people with its own subway, its own public bathrooms, just as all the major cities in China have. And I found no evidence at all either of slavery or genocide. And I was able to not only see the ordinary way that people live and conduct business. It's a gateway city for the Belt and Road Initiative. I also flew with my wife from Urumqi down to Kashgar, which is an ancient city on the old Silk Road and is also the gateway to the China-Pakistan economic corridor that provides a land route to a port on the Indian Ocean. The interesting thing about when we went to Kashgar is that the cotton harvest was in full swing there. And what that meant was we could go and see for ourselves how were they harvesting cotton. In the United States, cotton was, of course, harvested for centuries by slave labor. In Xinjiang, the cotton is harvested by mechanical harvesters. They're like combines. I observed one of these combines going back and forth through the cotton field, chewing up the cotton and spitting it out as bales that were then carted away in large semi-trailers to go to the textile factory. There were a small number of field hands who were trimming the cotton that the harvester couldn't reach on the sides. We could see their mopeds and motorbikes parked along the side so that they could get back home or to step into their contract labor dispatcher in Kashgar. So the point was that we were able to see with our own eyes that China is not what the Mike Pompeos of the world say it is. It's actually a very dynamic society where people have work. Their wages have been increasing pretty much continuously. In fact, the overall wages in China have been increasing at about 10% a year for the last several decades, doubled twice and 3 times. And meanwhile, this idea that drives China is the idea of common prosperity. That is, if you're getting rich, make sure that everybody gets a piece of it. which is a new concept. It doesn't really happen here, but it does happen in China and makes me very happy. So that's my next book, Befriending China, People to People Peacemaking.